This is Chris Ryan with Soup Can Coonin. We're going to do our video, a demonstration video on the soup can trap here. We've been getting a lot of questions and calls and stuff like that on the internet on how to actually use the soup can. So we thought we'd kick this video to you. The first thing I'd like to show you is actually the application of the can, how it attaches to the trap. It's really simple, as we say, 1 to 2 seconds, and I mean, it's just that easy actually how I'm putting the can on there. Can does not come off. All I'm doing is actually just pinching the can just a little bit, and I'm oblonging the can about 1 millimeter. Try and show you up close here. If you watch this area right in here, there's actually a clip back behind there. As I oblong that can up 1 millimeter, the can just slides right past that clip right there. Here's all the, if you say you can't reuse a can, well, this one's been used 1,000 times checking traps. So, but that's the application of the can on the soup can trap itself. It's fairly easy, again, to slip on and off. As far as setting the trap, it's a free trigger on there. That's actually set. It's just that fast. All I did there, just to show you with the can off, so all I'm doing is inserting my thumb there, and then the trigger flops down, and the trap is set. There's another way to actually set the trap as well. This one was actually installed after the initial 1,000 that we did. This is a 5/32 Allen wrench. There's a hole dead center on the trap itself. You simply insert the Allen wrench like that, you open the trap up, you flip the trap, and it's set. You can do that with the can on or off. That's for people who don't have the dexterity in their thumbs and such. It makes it a little bit easier, and it keeps you away from any area where you might actually hurt yourself. Otherwise, other people go like this, reach over the top, then they get both hands on it, lock the trigger, and then you're done. But for demonstration purposes, we get a lot of questions from people again on like whether or not the can basically will it trip when they're beating on it and everything. We say you can actually hang the trap, and most people don't believe we can hang the trap. Well, I know a coon will work a trap pretty hard and stuff like that, but this trigger is designed to actually stay flat on that can. The only thing that's going to trip it is actually just something pushing in on it. So it's pretty simple math, really. The trap itself has so many different uses. The first initial design on the trap was a water set. I simply took this trap and I walked right up to the water's edge. I was a long liner, and I just pushed this thing right into the mud and the muck. Right at the water's edge. The water could be right here. I just push it straight in, and then I'd swipe it with my hand. Looked like a crawdad hole right in the bank, if you can visualize it. The can displaces the water. I ran that for about 2 years like that. I couldn't take my trap any farther, really, for my style of trapping and everything, so I gave it to my buddies. They had it for another 2 years prototyping it out. They actually added this collar here. The collar was designed so that they could have a secondary attachment point. The initial idea was for creek crossings where coons are running logs and stuff like that. If you can imagine a log sitting here, they want to be able to lay the can on the side of the log, tack a screw in there, and now as that coon is passing across the log, there's a baited hole right to the left or his right. They would simply staple to the log with the chain, and then they had their coon. Once they realized they could do that, they started facing this thing on any wood material that they could get. Fence posts, any type of log jam, again, old houses, you name it. The application of hanging a trap came in shortly after that. We had some guys, they just decided, well, let's see what happens when we actually hang the trap. It might keep it mouse free and whatever else. And once they started doing that and realized how beneficial that was to their trap line, they ran really heavy on it. They use a very large fencing staple. They simply staple right through the eye here, and they'll go right into a tree. Again, any wood structure, anything that will support the staple, you can hang the trap from. After they ran that for about a year, they got a little courageous with it, and these guys actually started hanging them off of bridges. They, believe it or not, they were using 220-pound tests from Walmart. Hate to produce Walmart there, but they were using 220-pound tests from Walmart, and they would connect to it, and they would hang that thing off of a bridge. The big debate is whether or not to hang it 2 inches off the ground or 10 inches off the ground. It really doesn't matter. As long as that can spin freely, you get a really nice visual at night for those coons, and they really like the idea of going up there and dispatching their coon, and then shortly thereafter, basically reeling them up like a catfish, and that was it. They'd go about there and they go to their next bridge. But that's only if your state laws and everything actually will allow you to do that. A lot of guys are running cable now. That 220-pound catfish cord doesn't hold up as good as what they'd hoped, and then they will also run a drag on the top of this, just in case they do lose their line. Then their trap falls with the coon, and then it's on a drag. But for the most part, that's it for the soup can trap. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. The biggest question that we get is how to get that can off. And again, I'd just like to show you that real quick. There's one clip right here in the front face, and that is what's causing all the little dimples on the outside of that can. That simply pops on, and you simply pinch it, and you pop it right back off. Again, this is Chris Ryan with Soup Can Coon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I didn't get one out to you guys earlier, but and again, if you have any questions, just contact us on our website. Thanks again.